Dear students, we are learning about water resources in India. Water is most precious resource for the agricultural production and all-round development. At present, 92% of water is used for agriculture. For farmers, rainfall is still the most important source of water. Farmers want to increase their agricultural productivity. For that, they depend on artificial supply of water, that means irrigation. Irrigation refers to the process of watering of agricultural plants through artificial means from wells, tanks, canals, etc. Irrigation is considered as one of the prerequisites for agricultural development in our country because of the following reasons: uncertainty of rainfall, uneven distribution of rainfall, crop requirements, nature of the soil, and to maximize the agricultural production. Let us discuss about each point in detail. Monsoon rainfall in India is highly irregular in its arrival and withdrawal, continuity and intensity. This leads to water scarcity and withering of crops. Hence, irrigation is the only means to supplement rainwater to raise the crops. In India, distribution of rainfall is uneven. Southwest monsoon winds give heavy rainfall in windward sides of the mountains. Distribution of rainfall again decreases south to north and east to west as it goes interior. This leads to constant scarcity of water. This inadequacy of rainfall has to be met by irrigation. India has three cropping seasons. Kharif crops are rain-fed crops, that means they depend on monsoon rains. Rabi crops are winter crops, which is grown on the soil moisture. Zaid or summer crops are irrigated crops. Population explosion in India compelled the farmers to cultivate continuously 3 seasons, so it can be attained through irrigation only. After the Green Revolution, high-yielding varieties of crops require high quantities of chemical fertilizers, which need more moisture that can be supplied only through irrigation. Grain crops require more water, especially rice need flooded field. Cash crops like sugarcane require frequent watering because it uses more fertilizers. All these could be managed only through an efficient system of irrigation. Different crops require different amount of water, but it depends on the nature of the soil. For example, clay soil is water retentive, thus it requires only less water for irrigation. Sandy loams require frequent irrigation as it is non-retentive of water. Plain or low land require less irrigation than the highlands. Increasing population forced the farmers to maximize agricultural production. Production of irrigated crops is more than that of the unirrigated crops in the same area. To obtain maximum agricultural production, because it provides food for increasing population, fodder for the animals, and raw materials for the agro-based industries. Irrigation is a must. Now we can learn different means of irrigation practicing in India. Based on the availability of surface and groundwater, relief, soils, and climatic conditions, different means of irrigation are utilized in India. Means of irrigation can be categorized into conventional methods and modern methods of irrigation. Conventional means of irrigation usually done manually, which includes wells, tanks, and inundation canals. In modern means of irrigation, different sources of energy like electricity or diesel used for irrigation. Example, tube wells, perennial canals and drip irrigation. Tank irrigation use tanks, which refers to a small bund of earth or stones built across a stream to impound water, which is then led through narrow channels to cultivated fields. Tank irrigation is more popular in peninsular plateau area, in which Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh are the important states. Tank irrigation is mainly practiced in peninsular region because the undulating relief and underlying hard rocks made it difficult to dig wells and canals. The hard rock structure do not allow percolation of water and underground water is not available. The uneven terrain of Deccan Plateau provide many natural depressions where tanks can be easily built. The rivers in Deccan Plateau are seasonal, which depends on monsoon rainfall. There are many streams which become torrential during rainy season but dry up when rain ceases. This water can be stored in tanks for future use. Advantages of tank irrigation. Most of the tanks are natural and do not involve high cost of construction. Due to hard rocky terrain, construction of wells and canals are difficult, so only tank irrigation is feasible. Tank irrigation is highly significant in storing abundant rainwater that would otherwise flow out and go waste. Disadvantages of tank irrigation are tanks get silted up soon and regular desilting is required. When monsoon fails, these tanks go dry and are not dependable source of irrigation. Due to shallow depth, large quantity of stored water evaporates and lost without being used. Most of the tanks are seasonal and become dry during winter and summer seasons when there is urgent need for rabi and zaid crops. Tank irrigation have many drawbacks even though it is used as an effective means of collecting rainwater. Their use should be popularized for irrigation, aquaculture, drinking water and water sports.